Good afternoon and welcome back to Urbana Middle School. Jason Liggett with you for 7th grade basketball action here as your Urbana Tigers are hosting the Jaguars of Jefferson Middle School from Champaign. As we get started, starting lineup for the Tigers, Kelsey Jackson, Joa Moser, Kyrie Hilsman, Aril Jarrell, and Jaden Anindo. Jaguars start with the ball, launching up a two, and it is good. That's number 3, Jaden Lewowski for the Jaguars. So they get on the board first. We'll see how the Tigers respond, and the travel is called there on Joa Moser. Starting for the Jaguars, number 2, Quentin Powell. Keith Roberson, number 1. Number 3, Jaden Lewandowski, as we see him score first. And Alex Chappell, number 43, and then Johnny Hamilton. Tigers with a full court press. And it worked out for him. Coming away with that one is Aril Jarrell. He kicks it over to Hilsman. Hilsman down the court and advances it to Jaden Anindo. Anindo almost had it in. Good effort there by Aril Jarrell to come up with that rebound, but not able to do so as it's Jefferson basketball here. Almost a takeaway there from Kelsey Jackson with some stifling defense. Jefferson rebounds off that one. And Jaden kicks it up to the top of the key and finds Keith Roberson. And Roberson to the far side finds Quentin Powell for 3. So a 5-0 lead early on in this one for Jefferson. 4:43 remaining here in the first. Kyrie Hilsman running all the way down. And he gets it to go. Kyrie Hilsman with the first bucket for the Tigers. And a timeout called there. So with 4:35 left to play in the first quarter here, we just get underway. It's Jefferson out to the early lead, 5-2 over the Urbana Tigers. Jaden Lewandowski has 2 points. He was the first scorer for the Jaguars, followed by a Quentin Powell 3. Then Kyrie Hilsman took it the length of the court for the bucket and put the Tigers on the board. We appreciate all of you tuning in on the Tigers Media Network, streaming live here on YouTube, youtube.com/UPTV6. And this game will air next week on Urbana Public Television. Wide open 3 there for Quentin Powell. Not able to connect. Jaguars do come away with the rebound and called for the travel. So a travel called on Sherrod Clark. Hilsman fouled right there. And we can see what their strategy is to try to stop Hilsman from taking it the length of the court. 3 defenders collapse, but one of them commit the foul, and it's going to be Tigers ball here. So Tigers trailing by 3 early on in this one. It's a 5-2 Jefferson lead. Kelsey Jackson kicks it over to Moser. Moser now finds Hilsman on the other side. Back to Jackson. And he's off the mark on that 3 attempt. Out of bounds off the Tigers, so it's going to be Jaguar basketball here. Urbana continues to apply that full court pressure, which they've done pretty much all season long. Really confusing some offenses with that one. Will be Urbana basketball here. I think they call that one on Alex Chappell of the Jaguars. Foul called on Chappell, and it's Urbana basketball. Hilsman feeds it back to Kelsey Jackson, and foul is called. I believe that one goes against Jackson, shoving off on the defender. And Jefferson basketball. Good inbound play there. Throwing that one up to no avail is Lewandowski. Tigers with the rebound. Going the length of the floor. Hilsman rips down the rebound and gets the putback. So Kyrie Hillsman with all 4 of the Tigers' points. It's a 5-4 ball game, 3:25 remaining here in the first quarter. 7th grade boys basketball from Urbana Middle School. Keith Roberson with the ball for the Jaguars. Good bounce pass to the outside as they continue to kick it around the outside. And a hold. So the ref's not getting anything to go right away here. Heavy on the whistle. They want to maintain order in this one. So will be Jefferson basketball underneath their own hoop. And a travel is called there on Jefferson as Jaden Lewandowski was trying to get away from the Tigers' defense, but took the extra step to do it. Kelsey Jackson leading the way for the Tigers here. He kicks it over to Joa Moser. Moser over to Hillsman. There's Hillsman penetrating the lane. Tosses up the floater. And does not connect. So Jefferson rebound here. Dribbling the length of the court was number 11, Sherrod Clark. He can't get the bucket. And it's Urbana rebound over to Moser. Looked like Joe Moser thought about shooting that one right away, but it's not. That pass gets away from him, and Quentin Powell with the easy bucket on the other end. Powell's got 5 of the Jaguars' 7. It's a 7-4 lead here for Jefferson. Kelsey Jackson dribbling up court. Tried to give that one up to Oral Jarrell, but Jefferson gets in the way. And they get the takeaway. It's going to remain Jefferson basketball here with 1:59 remaining in the first. Timeout called. So both teams here putting a lot on the defensive side of things, and neither offense has really gotten the flow of things. Just a 7-4 ball game with under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. And as I mentioned, it's been a little choppy here early on. No one really getting in a flow to score a lot of points. Quentin Powell leads all scorers with 5. Jaden Lewandowski has 2, and Kyrie Hillsman has all 4 points for the Tigers. So it's a 7-4 ball game. Jason Liggett with you on the Tigers Media Network. A very limited crowd in attendance today, especially early on here. I think each home team player gets up to 2 guests, but I see about 8 people in the stands across from me, and they're well distanced, of course, because of COVID-19 protocol. Not many fans being allowed in here in Urbana Middle School, but we're happy to bring you the action wherever you may be, watching live on YouTube. Jefferson leading early on in this one. It's a 7-4 lead for the Jaguars with 1:59 remaining here in the first quarter. Following the 7th grade action, we'll have the 8th grade game. A little bit of break in between, but we'll have games pretty much back-to-back here. For more information on Urbana Public Television, you can follow us on Twitter. It's at Urbana Public TV. You can also like us on Facebook at Urbana Public TV. Tigers back out on the floor, and we're waiting for Jefferson now. And ready to get back underway here after that timeout. It's Jefferson basketball underneath their own hoop. We'll see what they have drawn up here for an inbound play. They get the ball inbounds. It's over to Keith Roberson. Powell back to Roberson. And Tigers get the takeaway. Here's Jarrell dribbling all the way. And they call the foul on the floor there. So a tough break there for the Tigers. Ariel Jarrell ended up completing that play to the hoop and making the bucket, but does not count. Foul on the floor. So it remains 7-4 here. And Jefferson gets the takeaway there. Coming up with that one's number 43, Alex Chappell. Sherrod Clark. And now they kick it over to the corner. That's Jaden Lewandowski in the corner, and he is trapped now. Jaden doesn't have anywhere to go with it. He tosses it a Hope, and Sherrod Clark comes away with it. And another whistle here. And they call that one on Kelsey Jackson. That's Jackson's second foul. Tigers don't have a lot on the bench tonight. Should Jackson commit a third foul or any other player get into foul trouble. And a 5-second call there on Jefferson. Keith Roberson unable to find the open man, so a turnover, and it will be Urbana basketball. Joa Moser inbounds this one to Kyrie Hillsman. Hillsman dribbles up court and gets it down low. Throwing that one up is Jaden Anindo. Does not get it to go as he's off the mark, and Jefferson comes away with the rebound. Pulling up on that one was Kwamari Powell, and Kwamari does not get that one. It remains a 7-4 ball game. Trading off misses back and forth here. They call a jump ball on that one, and it is possession arrow pointing to the Urbana Tigers. So Alex Chappell down low wrestling for that one for the Jaguars. Refs call a jump ball, and it's Urbana basketball. Hillsman gets it back, and Hillsman lays it in. He's got all of the Tigers' points now, and it's a 1-point ball game as Jefferson leads 7-6. Foul is called there on Arl Durrell. That's his first. And just 11 seconds left to play. We'll see if this is the final shot here for Jefferson. Looks like it will be. And it's a three, and it is good. Throwing that one in is Jaden Lewandowski, and he's got 5. So now it's a 10-6 ball game. Leading scorers for the Jefferson Jaguars. Kwamari Powell has 5. Jaden Lewandowski has 5. And for the Tigers, Kyrie Hillsman has 6. So it's a 10-6 ball game after 1. Just 3 players scoring so far. It's a big-time 3 to end the first quarter there from Jaden. And that gives a 4-point advantage for Jefferson as we get ready to head into the second quarter here at Urbana Middle School. Jefferson basketball as we get the second quarter started. They lead by 4. It's 10-6. Joe Moser gets the loose ball in the takeaway and kicks it over to Trice. Trice feeds Hillsman, but it gets intercepted by Keith Roberson. Roberson throws into traffic. Hillsman comes away with it. Here comes Kyrie Hillsman in the Urbana Tigers, and he draws the foul. Shooting foul called there on number 11, Sherrod Clark. So Hillsman will head to the line for a couple. See if he can close the gap here as Jefferson leads by 4 early on in the second quarter. It's a 10-6 ball game at Urbana Middle School. Kyrie Hillsman at the line. And he ends up missing that one, but steps over the line anyway. And the second one's nothing but net there. So 7 points now for Hillsman, the Tigers' lone scorer in this first half. That outlook pass thrown over the head of Aaron Fear. And it'll be Jefferson basketball. And Fear gets it right back. Tigers have to fight with it here. And here's Joe Moser with the ball. It gets hit out of bounds by Jaden Lewandowski. And it will be Urbana basketball. Kyrie Hillsman directs the offense here, feeds it over to Joe Moser. Moser for 3. He's short. And they're going to call a jump ball here as diving to the floor is Alex Chappell. Good effort there by Chappell, and it will be Urbana basketball here. Underneath their own hoop, get that one into Trice. Trice couldn't handle it, and getting the takeaway, Sherrod Clark. Clark advances that up to number 1, Keith Roberson, and Roberson's on the board for a couple. His first points of the afternoon, and it's back to a 5-point game. Jefferson 12, Urbana 7. Joe Moser for another 3. Around the rim and a tough bounce out. Jaguars with the rebound. They advance the ball. Another big rebound on the offensive side of things. That's Alex Chappell, and he's going to head to the line for a couple. That one is called on Aaron Fears. Alex misses the first one and misses the second one. Coming up with that rebound is Jaden Anindo. He advances the ball all the way down court to a wide open Joe Moser, and Moser throws it in. He becomes the second Tiger to score this afternoon, and he closes the gap to 3. It's a 12-9 Jefferson lead. 3:50 remaining in the second quarter. Roberson up top. Drives down the lane, feeds it off to the side, and an open 3. And off the mark, that's Sherrod Clark, who misses that one. And a travel is called on Alex Chappell as he went to the ground with the ball. Will be Urbana basketball here with 3:32 remaining in the first half. They find themselves down by 3. Kyrie Hillsman dribbling up court, and he gives it up to Fears, and Fears finds Jaden Anindo down low. Anindo throws it in for a couple. Tigers close the lead to just 1. It's a 12-11 ball game. And a foul is called there. That's going to go in against Hillsman, and it will send Jaden Lewandowski to the line. So Jaden will have a couple here. He's got 5 points already. And he can make it 6 now as he sinks the first one. Can't connect on the second one, but Jefferson gets their own rebound. Firing up a 3 was Hamilton, and he can't get it to go. Will be Urbana basketball. Just 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Urbana is trailing by 2. They get it down low to Anindo, and Anindo gets it up and in. Good post move there. He's got 4. Tie ball game, 13 all. Lewandowski drives in, misses the layup. Hillsman gets the rebound, kicks it out just underneath us to Aaron Fears. Fears misses the 3, and Jefferson with the outlet pass. Foul is called and a timeout is taken. So we're knotted up at 13 apiece here with 2:27 remaining in the first half. 7th grade boys basketball from Urbana Middle School. We will have the 8th grade game following this one. There'll be a short break in between. We appreciate all of you tuning in on our live stream on YouTube, youtube.com/UPTV6. That's Urbana Public Television, the City of Urbana's public education and government access television channel. We will air this game next week on UPTV. That can be seen locally on Comcast Xfinity's channel 6 and 1096, AT&T UVerse channel 99, and i3 Broadband channel 6. So I mentioned early on in this game, it's been a defensive battle and neither offense really getting in the groove here, and that continues well into this second quarter. A lot of fouls being called on this one, and rightfully so. A lot of defense. You're going to get a lot of hacks there, and thus brings us to the 13-13 tie with 2:27 remaining in the second quarter. Jaden Lewandowski's got 6 points, while Kumari Powell has added 5 and Keith Roberson 2, totaling Jefferson's 13 points. On the Tigers side of things, Kyrie Hillsman's got 7, Jaden Anindo has 4, and Joa Moser has added 2 to total 13. Tied up at 13 with 2:27 left here in the second quarter. And at the line for the Jaguars is Jaden Lewandowski. And Jaden's foot is on the line, so that will not count. And he sinks the second one. Errol Jarrell back into the game for the Tigers, and he commits a turnover as his pass was intercepted to number 2, Kumari Powell, and Powell dribbles all the way down and throws up the shot. 16-13 now. Hillsman tries to answer back and is called for the travel before he gets the shot up. So turnover there on Kyrie Hillsman and the Tigers as they are back down by 3 now. It's a 16-13 Jefferson lead. Just over 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Kelsey Jackson coming away with that one. Jackson goes all the way down. And called for the foul. Foul is Kumari Powell. So Kelsey Jackson at the line, searching for his first points of the afternoon as the Tigers trail by 3. He knocks down the first. And misses the second. So 1 for 2 that trip to the line. And Kelsey Jackson has 1 point on the afternoon. The Tigers trail by 2 now. It's a 16-14 Jefferson lead. 1:46 remaining. Coming down with that rebound is Jaden Anindo. Anindo kicks it over to Kyrie Hillsman. Hillsman dribbling down court. Weaving his way into the defenders, and Jefferson called for the foul there as Kyrie's headed back to the line. And they call that one on Jaden Lewandowski. That one goes about a quarter of the way down and kicks back out. And misses the second one as well. So 0 for 2 that trip to the line by Kyrie Hillsman. Tigers remained down by 2, 16-14, a minute 25 remaining in the first half. Jefferson in trouble. They do find the man down low. Wide open there is Wright, and Wright throws it in. His first points of the game. So now a 4-point lead here for Jefferson. They're up 18-14. And Tigers turn it over there. Ready to get play back underway after an explanation to the Tigers bench. Another jump ball there as Alex Chappell falls to the ground for that one. And it remains Jefferson ball. They have a look at the basket there. They miss it, get their own rebound. Throwing that one back up is Lewandowski. He's off the mark. Tigers rebound. Joe Moser bringing it up court. He gets it over to Drell, back to Moser. Moser for 3, yes! Money there from Joe Moser. He's got 5 on the afternoon. The Tigers within 1 now. It's 18-17, 32 seconds remaining, and a foul will be called there. I think they're going to call that one on Kelsey Jackson. That'll be his third. Nope, they call that on Moser, I think. So over the limit will be a 1-on-1 situation here. Jaden's headed to the line for Jefferson. He knocks down the first one, so he will get a second one here. And gets the second one as well. So Jaden leading the way for Jefferson now with 9 points. 27 seconds left. Kyrie Hillsman dribbling down, finds his way to the rim. Gets the friendly roll there, and Hillsman with 9 of his own to lead the Tigers. It's a 1-point ball game. Jefferson leads 20-19, and another foul. They're going to call Hillsman on that one, and Coach Adams not happy. Sherrod Clark at the line gets his first point of the afternoon. It's a 2-point lead here for Jefferson with 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Off the mark on the second one. Kyrie Hillsman gets the rebound, 10 seconds remaining. Kicks it over to Kelsey Jackson. Jackson for three, no good. And a nice putback there at the buzzer from Errol Durrell. He gets the bucket, and we're all tied up thanks to the buzzer beater from Errol Durrell. And we're headed to halftime now, knotted up at 21 apiece. Well, it's certainly been back and forth, and no one really getting in much of an offensive flow here, but scoring enough points here as we're knotted up at 21 apiece, headed to halftime. Leading the Tigers, Kyrie Hillsman with 9, followed by Joa Moser with 5. Jaden Anindo has 4. Errol Durrell, you just saw his lone bucket there at the end of the half. He's got 2, and Kelsey Jackson has added 1 at the foul line. On the other side of the court, for the Jefferson Jaguars, Jaden Lewandowski's got 9. Kwamari Powell with 7. Keith Roberson's got a couple. Wright has a couple. And Sherrod Clark has 1. So that brings us to a 21-21 tie. We'll be back with third quarter action here at Urbana Middle School on the Tigers Media Network. Back at Urbana Middle School as we get set for second half action here of 7th grade boys basketball between your Urbana Tigers and the visiting Jefferson Jaguars. We're tied up at 21 apiece here as we get set to start off the third quarter, and it will be Urbana basketball. Joa Moser set to inbound this one to Kyrie Hillsman. Gets the ball inbounds to Hillsman, and now Urbana will be headed towards the opposite hoop, as just underneath our camera view will be the hoop for Jefferson Jaguars. Hillsman with a nice pull-up. He's off the mark. Rebound goes to Kelsey Jackson. Jackson kicks it out to Hillsman. That pass is intercepted, and here comes Jefferson. Good attempt there by Jefferson, but coming away with it is Errol Jarrell. Jarrell kicks it over to Jackson. Jackson has a nice look at the hoop, but can't get it to go. So far, the Tigers, a couple good looks, both trips down the floor, but not able to come up with any points. Takeaway there from Hillsman. He throws it up in the air, gives it right back. Jefferson basketball, step back, three, no good for Powell. Jefferson comes away with the rebound again. Floater there from Keith Roberson won't go, and the Tigers have the ball. Hillsman kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson going up, and a foul is called. We'll see who this one goes on. But Jackson will be headed to the line. So 2 foul shots coming here from Kelsey Jackson. He's got just 1 point on the afternoon. Ooh, and that one's a tough miss. Rolls around and out. And nothing but net there on the second one. So Tigers up by 1 now. 22-21 ball game. 4:57 remaining here in the third. And I think that Anindo got a little piece of that one. We'll credit him with a block there. He at least gets the takeaway. And Tiger basketball here is Kelsey Jackson being double teamed. Kicks it out to Kyrie Hillsman. Hillsman's going to penetrate the lane here. And nice job there with his left hand to lay that one in. Hillsman in double digits now with 11. And answering right back for Jefferson is number 1, Keith Roberson. He's had a little bit of a wild one to throw it in there. He's got 4 points. Hillsman advances it to Moser. Moser with the floater. Yes! Joa Moser with 7 points now, and the Tigers up by 3. 26-23 ball game as Jefferson gets called for the travel. Timeout called there by Jefferson. They want to talk things over and perhaps change some things for the rest of this third quarter here. Tigers look like they have the slight advantage early on here in the third quarter. They find themselves up by 3 with 3:58 remaining here in the third. It's a 26-23 ball game. It'll be Urbana basketball when we come back, and Moser will inbound it to the backcourt and find Hillsman. Hillsman back to Joa Moser now, and back and forth to go. Kick it over to Kelsey Jackson on the near side. Jackson looking for the open man, tosses it to Hillsman, top of the key, over to Moser on the far side. Moser for 3, no good. See if the Tigers can chase down the rebound. Oh, nice move there. See what the whistle was about. Looks like they're going to draw the foul there. And Errol Jarrell grabs that rebound on the move and attempts to throw it right back up. So good, quick reaction there from Jarrell, and he is headed to the line for a couple as the Tigers look to add to their 3-point lead. And the bank is open. He knocks that one in. And one more time. Back-to-back bank shots there from the foul line. And Jarrell has got 4 points. And the friendly roll there for Alex Chappell. He's been very active this afternoon. Those are his first points of the afternoon, but been on the ground fighting for a lot of rebounds, that's for sure. And now 28-25, Urbana leads. It will remain their ball here as Moser inbounds it to Hillsman. Moser loses it there. Here comes Jefferson. Throwing one up, and a foul is called. I think they're going to call that one on Hillsman, and they do. So fouls him in the act of shooting, so headed to the line is Kwamari Powell. Powell has got 7 on the afternoon, all coming in the first half. There's his first point of the second half. He's up to 8 now. It's a 2-point ball game. Urbana leads 28-26. And he shrinks it to a 1-point lead there. So 3 minutes left to play here in the third, and the Tigers up by 1. Kyrie Hillsman with the ball. And nice dish off there to Jaden Anindo, and Anindo is having a very good game down low. He's got 6 points now. Timeout called with 2:46 left here in the third. Jason Liggett with you on the Tigers Media Network, bringing you the action here from Urbana Middle School. We're in the second half of the 7th grade game. Following this, a short break, and then we'll have the 8th grade game here between the Urbana Tigers and Jefferson Jaguars. Both these games will be rebroadcast next week on Urbana Public Television. So if you're a subscriber to Comcast Xfinity, that'll be channels 6 and 1096. AT&T Uverse subscribers, channel 99, and i3 Broadband subscribers, channel 6. UPTV is the City of Urbana's public education and government access television channel. Jefferson ball as we get back on the court here from that timeout. Urbana with a little bit of full court pressure there. Jefferson gets it across, looking for the hoop, and that one is blocked by Jaden Anindo. Will remain Urbana basketball as Sherrod Clark tried to sneak that one away from the Tigers. So we see Jefferson's coach saying, hey, let's full court press. Let's get this ball. Tigers advance it to Jackson. Kelsey Jackson now down low, gets that ball taken away by Powell. Powell up court to Roberson. Roberson now looked like he was going to go one-on-one, but kicks it back out. And for the three is Sherrod Clark. He sinks the three. And this game's all knotted up again. We're tied at 30 now with 2:09 left in the third. Hillsman looked to advance that ball to an open Moser, but jumping into the picture there was Alex Chappell. He nearly jumped into the front row. Tigers ball for three. Jackson, no good. Ripping that rebound down is Anindo. Anindo for three. No good, and the putback no good, but another good rebound there for the Tigers. That's Errol Jarrell, and he draws the foul, so he'll be headed to the line for a couple. Jarrell's got 4 points on the afternoon. And Rail loves to use that backboard when he's taking foul shots. We saw it again there. Unsuccessful, but his last trip to the line worked out both times. And he gets that one to go in. So he's up to 5 points. And going to see a substitution here for Jefferson. Back into the game is Jaden Lewandowski. Nope, not quite yet. I say they missed their mark to get the player in, so Lewandowski has a seat in front of the scorer's table. Driving baseline is Clark. Clark gets his own rebound and put back. Clark's having a good second half. Dropped that big three earlier and then gets the rebound and put back there. He's up to 6 points. And a hold called on the floor, as it's a 32-31 Jefferson lead here with 1:29 remaining in the third. Will be Urbana basketball underneath their own hoop, and set to inbound this one is Jaden Anindo. Gets it into Moser. Moser with the floater. A little short on that one, but he gets the ball right back. Good steal there from Moser. He tried to do it again, and he is fouled. So Moser will have a trip to the free throw line. Moser doesn't connect on the first one. See if he can tie things up here with his second free throw shot. And he does. So back tied up at 32 apiece. Moser's up to 8 points. Jefferson advances that ball. Runs into traffic. There's Jaden Lewandowski. Gets his own rebound. Lewandowski back out. And a three ball up and is short. Shooting that one was Johnny Hamilton. It goes out of bounds, and it's Urbana basketball. Just a minute remaining here in the third, and tied at 32. They get it up court to Kelsey Jackson. Jackson fires away to three, and it is good! Kelsey Jackson gives the Tigers a 3-point advantage, 35-32. And answering that one right back is Roberson. Hillsman took a swat at that ball. Missed it, and Roberson gets the bucket. Tigers up by one with 19 seconds left, and a timeout called by Coach Adams. So Coach wants to draw something up here for the final play of the game, I assume. Final play of the third quarter, I assume. 18 seconds left here in the third with the Tigers up by 1. It's a 35-34 lead for Urbana. We've seen the defense loosen up here just a bit in the second half, thus leading some more points scored. We're knotted up at 21 apiece at halftime. Tigers now up by 1, 35-34. This very well could be a game that goes all the way down to the wire. We'll see what the fourth quarter brings. But first, we'll see what the final play of the third quarter brings. Hillsman with the ball, 16 seconds left. He's holding. Jaguars attack. Hillsman's got to be on the move, and he is. 9 seconds now. Brings it back out. I imagine he'll drive for the final shot. He's looking, finds Jaden underneath, and gets the bucket. Jaden Anindo gets the bucket, and that will wrap up the third quarter. So Anindo held strong there as all the defenders were focused on Kyrie Hillsman. Hillsman gets the assist. Anindo gets the bucket. He's got 8 points now. And it's a 37-34 lead for the Urbana Tigers as we head to the fourth quarter here at Urbana Middle School. 7th grade basketball action. We'll have 8th grade action following a short break in between the games. Jason Liggett with you on the Tigers Media Network. We're happy to bring this to you as a very, very limited crowd permitted here due to COVID-19 protocol. So an exciting third quarter promises to be an exciting fourth quarter, I imagine. Who are tied up at 21 apiece at halftime. Tigers pull ahead by 3 in that third quarter. So 37-34, and we get set to start the fourth here at Urbana Middle School. It's going to be Jefferson ball here to start things off. They fire up a 3, can't get it to go. Looks like Jaden comes away with that one for Jefferson. Tigers increasing that defensive presence. They leave a man open in Clark. Clark fired up a 3, no good. Another offensive rebound there for Jefferson. They fired up another one and then out of bounds on Urbana. So Jefferson hitting that offensive glass. Getting second and third chance opportunities here. Now a fourth chance opportunity. And they make the Tigers pay for it. That's Clark throwing in a couple. He's up to 8 points this afternoon, and they pull within 1. It's a 37-36 lead for the Tigers. Kelsey Jackson on the near side. Kicks it over to Hillsman and over to Moser now. Moser dribbling back. Kicks it back out to Hillsman. 5:13 remaining here in the fourth. Here's Moser with the floater. It is good. Joa Moser. He's up to double digits. He's got 10. Tigers up 39-36. Nice baseline bounce pass there from Hamilton, and he finds Clark, and Clark is up to double digits himself. He's got 10 now. 39-38 lead for the Tigers. Moser gets his own rebound. Moser looking to kick that back out to Hillsman. Hillsman has it now. He's going to penetrate the lane, and he loses it. Defensive takeaway, and a defensive takeaway there from Moser. Tries to find Jaden up court, and it's knocked out of bounds by Jaden Lewandowski, and it will remain Urbana basketball here with 4:27 remaining in the fourth. Timeout called by Coach Adams. So perhaps he'll draw up another successful offensive play here. Every point counts now. As I have a feeling this one's going to come down to the last play. It's been back and forth action here. It's a 39-38 Tigers lead with 4:22 remaining in this one. So it'll be Urbana basketball here after Coach Adams takes a timeout. Moser set to inbound this one. Gets it up to Jackson. Back to Moser, and Moser feeds it over to Hillsman. Hillsman, corner three. He's off the mark, but a rebound from who else? Jaden Anindo. And Anindo throws it in. He's up to 10 points. Tigers up by 3. Take away from Hillsman. Here comes Kyrie Hillsman with the easy bucket. Tigers up by 5, 43-38. 4 quick points there for Urbana. See how Jefferson responds. Taking it to the hoop is Sherrod Clark. He draws the foul. And I think that one will be on Anindo. It is. So Clark's headed to the line. See if he can cut into this Tiger 5-point lead. It's 43-38, 3:54 remaining here in the ball game. He sinks the first one. And gets the second one as well. Hillsman tried to send that down court to Kelsey Jackson, who was open. That ball got blocked. And ultimately, the Jaguars get the ball and tossing that one in for a couple points. Moser tries to answer right back. And getting that rebound is Anindo. Jaden Anindo's up to 12 points now. And the Tigers back up by 3. It's a 45-42 ball game with 3:22 remaining here in the fourth. It's going to be Tiger basketball. Turnover. Jaden Lewandowski coming back into the game, subbing out Keith Roberson. Anindo gets it into Hillsman. Hillsman advances that ball up to Jackson. Jackson's on the move to the hoop. Misses it. They get it back out to Moser. Moser with the floater. No good. Tigers rip that one down. That's Kelsey Jackson on the rebound now. Get it out to Hillsman. Hillsman's moving in. And he draws the foul as he was shooting, so Hillsman will be headed to the line for a couple. 45-42 ball game with just under 3 minutes left here. Hillsman's got 13 points. He looks to add to this, and timeout called. So the Tigers have led by as many as 5 here in the fourth quarter. Jefferson cut that down to as little as 1. And Urbana finds themselves back up by 3 now, with Hillsman headed to the line when we come back out of this timeout. So Urbana's Kyrie Hillsman at the line for a couple. He looks to add to the Tigers' lead. And gets the nice twirl there. That one sinks in for his first. And he gets the second one as well. So 15 points now for Kyrie. Clark on the far side being double teamed. He drives in. Attempted the hook shot there, and it's knocked out of bounds. It will remain Jaguar basketball underneath their own hoop. Hamilton inbounding this one, excuse me. It's not Hamilton, that was Roberson out there, KL Roberson. They get called for 5 seconds there, so a turnover, and now it's Urbana basketball. So the Tigers up by 5, 47-42, 2:30 remaining in this one. Hillsman driving to the hoop, and he gets it. Kyrie Hillsman with 17. The Tigers have their largest lead of the game now, 49-42. And they get the takeaway. Kelsey Jackson hits that one from behind. Over to Hillsman. Hillsman up court to Errol Jarrell, and Jarrell throws it in. The Tigers up by 9, 2:13 remaining. 51-42 ball game. Tigers rip down the rebound. That's Anindo on the rebound. They end up getting it up court to Jarrell again. Can't get it to go. And a timeout there. So Jefferson's coach had to run in front of the ref there to make sure he got his timeout. He's got to slow things down there, as that was fast and furious for the Urbana Tigers. They find themselves with the largest lead of the game on either side, 51-52, just under 2 minutes left to play. Hillsman leads all scorers with 17. Joa Moser in double digits with 10. Jaden Anindo in double digits with 12. Other scorers for the Tigers include Errol Jarrell with 7 and Kelsey Jackson with 4. On the other side of the court, Sherrod Clark leading the team with 12. Jaden Lewandowski's got 9. Kumari Powell also has 9. Keith Roberson with 6. Wright with 2 and Chappell with 2. So we'll see if the Tigers can hang on to their lead. A fast and furious finish here for Urbana. Last couple of minutes, it's been all Urbana. The 51-42 lead now. It is going to be Jefferson basketball. 1:53 remaining. They get it out to Powell. Powell thought about a 3. Wasn't quite quick enough on the trigger. Urbana's defenders collapsed on him. They find the open man in Clark. Clark is off the mark. Rebound from Powell. Powell throws it up, and Powell gets it. Kumari Powell. He's got 12. Cuts the lead to 6. And then Hillsman throws that one away. So it's going to be Jefferson ball here. This game's not over yet. 1:22 remaining. Jefferson's down by 6. It's 51-45. Powell with the ball now. Powell's feeling it. Pulls up 3, and it is good. Kumari Powell came to play. He's up to 15. See if Hillsman and the Tigers can answer back. That's off Hillsman's foot. And Jefferson on their own fast and furious run here. So they're down by 3 now. The Tigers have a 51-48 advantage, 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Joe Moser with a key steal there. Jefferson gets it right back. Powell for three. He's off the mark. And then a foul is called on Clark. And that bench was ready to explode there if that shot had gone in for Kamari Powell. He was off the mark on that one. Hillsman rips down the rebound, and he is fouled immediately by Clark as Clark tried to take away that ball. So 48 seconds left. The Tigers up by 3, and Hillsman is at the line. Timeout called there by Jefferson. Well, I said this one would probably come down to the wire, and then the Tigers went on a run to lead by 9, but Jefferson was not done yet. They closed the gap to 3 here off back-to-back three-pointers from Kamari Powell. So it's a 51-48 Tiger lead. 7th grade boys basketball at Urbana Middle School. 48 seconds left, and Urbana's Kyrie Hillsman is headed to the line for a couple. Hillsman knocks down the first one. So he makes it a 2-possession game with that first one. We'll see if he can add to the lead here. And he's off the mark. Rebound goes to Jefferson. 46 seconds left. Tigers lead by 4. And there was a whistle. And it looks like that's going against Jefferson. So Urbana basketball here with 42 seconds left. Tough break there for Jefferson. And Hillsman's out top. Taking time off the clock. And they're passing it around now. And timeout is called. So 27 seconds left in this one, and Urbana is up by 4. And it'll be their ball when we come back. So, barring anything miraculous, which I'm not going to rule out in this game, but it looks like the Tigers will come away with a victory here. They're up by 4, 27 seconds left, but of course no shot clock in middle school basketball here, so we'll see what Jefferson's game plan will be. I imagine they'll want to try to take away this inbound pass. If they don't get it, don't let the Tigers hold on it for too long, or they might intentionally foul here. Jaden Anindo set to inbound for the Tigers. He gets it inbounds to Moser, and they foul immediately. So exactly what we thought might happen did. Roberson ties up Moser, and Moser is headed to the line. Probably one of the better Urbana shooters, to be honest. And he gets the first one to roll in. So now a 5-point lead for the Tigers with 26 seconds remaining. They're up 53-48. And he gets that second one, nothing but net, but they rule that one off. Entering the lane there was Jaden Anindo. So it'll remain a 5-point lead here. As Moser knocked down the first one. Taking it all the way to the hoop, not wasting any time with Sherrod Clark. A 3-point ball game now. We're not done yet. Intentional foul there on Kyrie Hillsman, so Hillsman's headed to the line. 14.9 seconds remaining. Tigers up by 3, 53-50. This will be a couple of big foul shots here for Kyrie Hillsman, the game's leading scorer. He's short on the first one. And he makes the second one. Nothing but net there for Hillsman. 12 seconds left now. Tigers up by 4. Jefferson's got to do something. And we had Jefferson's coach calling for a timeout, but a foul was committed before the timeout was called. So it will be a foul against the Tigers. Jaden Lewandowski going to take this one out. Finds the open man underneath the hoop. It's Sherrod Clark. And Clark lays it in. Clark's got 14. And it's just a 2-point game now. 7.9 seconds remaining. 54-52, the Tigers lead. So it will be Urbana basketball. I imagine Jefferson's game plan will be to try to get that inbound pass, but if they can't, foul immediately. It's been working for them so far. And a foul is committed. So 4.9 seconds left on the clock. And Kelsey Jackson is headed to the line. Jackson sinks the first one. So gives the Tigers a 3-point lead. This is a big shot right here. Difference between a 1-possession and 2-possession game. And he doesn't get it. See where the rebound goes. It goes to Jefferson. 2 seconds left. It's off his foot. And that is how the game will end. So the Tigers hold on 55-52. What a game that was. Back and forth action. And the Tigers end up on top 55-52, 7th grade boys basketball. Kyrie Hillsman leads all scorers on that one, but a very balanced scoring attack for the Tigers, and a good effort there by the Jefferson Jaguars. We can only hope that the 8th grade game will be half that exciting. When we come back, we'll have 8th grade boys basketball action from Urbana Middle School. 55-52, 7th grade boys basketball, Urbana Tigers victorious. And we are set for 8th grade boys basketball action here at Urbana Middle School between your Urbana Tigers and the Jaguars of Jefferson. It'll be Jefferson's ball here as we get started. And a pull-up jumper there from David Dixon, no good. And a jump ball as they all go for that rebound, and it will be Urbana basketball. Jefferson with a full court press. See how Urbana reacts. They get it up ahead to Kelsey Jackson. Jackson now just below us. There's Nolan Early. Gets it over to Hillsman. Back to Early. And a turnover there. Looked to pass, but nobody was home. And taking that one all the way down the court is number 4, Kellen Davis. So Jefferson strikes first here as Kellen Davis sinks the first bucket of the game. And it's a 2-0 ball game with 4:56 remaining in the first. Big offensive rebound there from Caden Pete. And a foul is called, so Pete is headed to the line for a couple. And the bucket and the foul there by Pete. So Pete headed back to the line here. And that one is waved off. Will be Urbana basketball. So a lane violation there from the Jaguars as they lead 6-0 here early on with 4:36 remaining in the first. Tigers inbound this one, and foul is called. It's on number 11 for the Jaguars. Tigers try to inbound that to Nolan Early, and it gets taken away by David Dixon. Dixon now kicks it to the near side. And dribbling in, gets the bucket and the foul. That's Kellen Davis. Davis has got 4 early on in this one, and it is an 8-point lead for Jefferson. And a travel is called there. One too many steps by Dakari Trice. They feed that one down low to Caden Pete, and Pete's headed back to the line. He looks to add to Jefferson's lead here as Jefferson is up 8-0 in the 8th grade game. Just under 4 minutes left to play in the first. going to be Urbana basketball here as they trail by 9. It's a 9-0 ball game. Tigers still looking to get their shot at the scoreboard. Jefferson ties him up. That's David Dixon fighting for that one. It is a jump ball, and possession arrow points to Jefferson. Outside shot, no good. Rebound goes to Caden Pete, and he throws it right back in. It's an 11-point lead now for Jefferson. There's Kelsey Jackson running into trouble, and a foul will be called. We'll see who they call this one on. It is going to go against number 15, David Dixon. There's Trice out front with it. Trice kicks it over to Early. Early for 3. He's off the mark. Jefferson speeding to the other end and missed the bucket. Another putback there from Caden Pete. He's got 9 points already. 9 of Jefferson's 13 as they lead 13-0 over Urbana. And a foul is called, so Takari Trice is headed to the line for the Tigers. And the Tigers get on the board. Trice sinks his first free throw. And gets the second one as well. So a 13-2 ball game now with 2:47 left to play in the first. Three-pointer is short, gets his own rebound. So it's been all Jefferson to this point as they lead 15-2 with 1:55 left in the first. Kelsey Jackson tries to feed it inside. Urbana loses it, but then regains control. Trice over to the corner to Fonville. Fonville back to Early. Goes back to Fonville. He can't get the three to go, and rebound goes into Kellen Davis. He advances the ball to Cam Larson. And whistle blown. And the Tigers take that charge, so it's going to be an offensive foul called on Jefferson. And another whistle there. So it'll remain Urbana basketball as the Jaguars called for another one there. Jefferson with the takeaway, and foul is called. So that'll go against the Tigers as Kellen Davis went up with that one. So Davis will head to the line here. Nolan Early rips down the rebound as Davis misses both foul shots. And Early kicks it over to Dakari Trice. Here's Dakari driving in, takes it all the way, and gets the bucket. He's got all the Tigers' 4 points early on in this one. Just under a minute left to play in the first. It's a 15-4 advantage for Jefferson. Larson throws up the three, no good. Racing to the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Urbana basketball here with 35 seconds left in the first. Trice bringing the ball up for the Tigers. He looks to take it all the way, goes with the floater, and can't get that one to go. Rebound to Jefferson. And a charge is called. So Nolan Early plants his feet and takes the charge. Another offensive foul committed there by Jefferson. It will be Urbana basketball. 21.8 seconds remaining here in the first. The Tigers trail by 11. It's a 15-4 ball game. Early's going to bring this one up the court, kicks it over to Trice, and Trice will bring it across half-court line. 10 seconds left. He's got 5 seconds. Feature Fonville to Early. Early, corner three, no good. And that will do it for the first quarter. So Jefferson spurts out to an early lead. The Tigers able to get a couple buckets on the board. But it's the Jaguars up by 11 as we wrap up the first quarter here. It's a 15-4 advantage for Jefferson as we head to the second quarter. And the big difference in that one was Caden Pete, his offensive rebounding and able to get second chance points there. Too much for the Tigers to handle. Definite size advantage goes to Jefferson here early on. Pete has got 9 of Jefferson's 15 points. He leads all scorers. We'll see what Urbana does to respond as we'll get started here in the second quarter. Jason Liggett with you on the Tigers Media Network, streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/UPTV6. Of course, rebroadcast this next week on Urbana Public Television, Comcast Xfinity's Channel 6 and 1096, AT&T Uverse Channel 99, and i3 Broadband Channel 6. They get the ball into Trice. Takari Trice feeds it over to Hillsman. Hillsman down low to Early, and off the hands of Early, it will be Jefferson basketball. Cam Larson going to inbound this one for the Jaguars just below us. He gets it into Dante. Dante dribbling up court for Jefferson. Feeds it back to Larson. And going baseline running shot there was Josiah, and he misses that one. There's Kyrie Hillsman dribbling up for the Tigers. He's going to take it all the way, and a foul is called on Jefferson. So Hillsman will be headed to the line for a couple here. 5:35 remaining in the second. Tigers still down by 11. It's a 15-4 advantage for the Jefferson Jaguars. And Hillsman gets on the board with his first point, gets the second free throw to go. Urbana trails by 10 now. It's a 15-5 advantage for the Jaguars. 5:25 left here in the second quarter. There's Cam Larson. He feeds it over to Dante. Dante throws up the shot. No good. Nolan Early chases down the rebound. Takari Trice up top for the Tigers. He kicks it out to Fonville. Fonville for three off the back iron. And running to save that ball is Javi Johnson. Good effort there by Johnson. And that'll ultimately lead to another trip to the free throw line for the Tigers as they draw the foul on the shot. Hillsman's headed back to the line. And 2 for 2, that trip to the line for Kyrie Hillsman. He's up to 3 points, and the Tigers have cut the lead to 8 now. It's a 15-7 advantage. Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Dante kicks it over to number 11, who feeds the big man down low. There's Pete. He muscles his way in there and gets the bucket. He's already in double digits. He's got 11. Trice wasting no time throwing that one in. Or trying to throw that one in. The rebound goes to Fonville and the Tigers. And whistle called there. We'll see who they call this one on. I believe they're going to call it on Josiah, and it will be Urbana basketball. Hillsman sinks the first one. 17-9 advantage now for Jefferson as it's their ball here. They feed it inside. Nice give and go there from Kellen Davis as Davis adds to his point total and adds to the lead here. Jefferson back up by 10. (21-9) ball game now. Jefferson adds to their lead with 3:38 remaining here in the first. First half, that is. Trice driving all the way. What a shot there by Dakari Trice. He's got 6 of the Tigers' 11. That one no good. Rebound goes to Trice and the Tigers as they're coming back down the floor now with 2:55 remaining, and they trail by 10. It's a 21-11 game here. Jefferson's on top. Trice shakes off the defender. Kicks it over to Kelsey Jackson. Jackson now dribbling in. Goes with the floater off the back iron. And rebound goes to Kellen Davis. Davis kicks it over to Josiah for a good look. Another offensive rebound, and a foul is called. So a pair of offensive rebounds, and Kellen Davis headed to the line here. And a timeout is called. So with 2:29 remaining in the second quarter here, the Tigers find themselves down by 10. It's a 21-11 ball game. Jefferson started this game on a 13-0 run before the Tigers were able to get to the foul line and sink a couple. And that was Dakari Trice scoring first for the Tigers. Trice has 6 points. Kyrie Hillsman has 5. The Tigers will definitely have to continue to battle hard to stay in this one. Kellen Davis is at the line as we come out of that timeout. Another rebound there for Pete, and he throws it back in. He's got 13. Dakari Trice up top now. And he gets caught up trying to dribble between defenders, dribbles that one off his foot, and it goes out of bounds. So set to inbound this one is Jake Miller, and a timeout is called. So with 2:09 left in the first half, it's a 23-11 advantage for the Jefferson Jaguars. And a three is up and good. As Jefferson finds themselves up by 15 now, 26-11. Nolan Early kicks it back over to Trice. Trice makes his move. Javi Johnson thinks about a three. Oh, almost got the friendly roll on that one, but it bounces out. And the Tigers push off there. I think that one's called on Nolan Early, and it's going to be Jefferson basketball. So the Tigers over the limit there, so it's going to send Jefferson to the line, and Kellen Davis will take both of these. Kellen gets both of those to go, increases the lead to 17 now. Kellen also gets the rebound on the other end. So just a minute left in the first half. Good feed there to Caden Pete. Pete was not expecting it. Bounces off him and into the hands of an Urbana defender. Trice feeds that one over to Javi Johnson, and Johnson had a little bit of trouble controlling that one and steps on the line out of bounds. Jake Miller set to inbound this one for Jefferson. He gets it into Kellen Davis now. 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Davis sends it over to David Dixon. Dixon off the mark. Tigers rip down the rebound. Trice on the move here for Urbana. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Trice throws up the floater, and it's good. Nice shot there by Dakari Trice. He had to work hard for that one and earn it. 28-13 lead now for Jefferson. 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter here. So we see Josh kick it over to Dixon, and Dixon then sends it to Kellen Davis. Davis with the ball now. 6 seconds left. We're down to 3 seconds. Davis with a tough three. He is off the mark, and that will do it there for the first half. So we wrap up the first half of action here at Urbana Middle School, 8th grade boys basketball action. It's the Jefferson Jaguars on top over your Urbana Tigers, 28-13. So when we come back with second half action, we'll see how the Tigers respond to this 15-point deficit and see if they can start to chip away in the third quarter. We'll be back on the Tigers Media Network. Eighth grade boys basketball action back underway here for second half. The Jefferson Jaguars visiting your Urbana Tigers. Jefferson's on top, 28-13 as we get set for the second half, and we are underway here. Thinking about that long three was David Dixon. Instead, he feeds it back. And that's been the story of the game. Plenty of offensive rebounds for Jefferson. And part of it's right there, that big man, Caden Pete. Tossing that one in for the bucket, number 11. As Jefferson extends their lead to 17. Good feed there to Early. Nolan Early for three. Yes! And that's Early's first bucket of the game. He's got 3 of the Tigers' 16. It's a 30-16 game now. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Pete feeds it outside. And dribbling that one in is Kellen Davis. He misses, but more offensive rebounds, and Davis comes away with it. Kicks it over to number 15, Dixon. Kellen Davis with another offensive rebound, and he draws the foul as he goes up for the shot. So Kellen's headed to the line here. Davis gets 1 of 2 at the line. Urbana with the outlet pass to Early. Early with the floater, no good. Gets his own rebound here. Kicks it back out to Trice. Trice throws that one to Jackson. Jackson gets his shot blocked by Dixon, and Dixon's going to take it all the way. David Dixon with a nice bucket there. (33-16) now in favor of Jefferson. There's Kelsey Jackson. He draws the foul. Kelsey Jackson with the floater, way off the mark there. I think a defender might have gotten a piece of it. Jefferson comes away with the rebound, feeds it into Pete. Pete misses that one, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and I think that'll be Early called on the foul. Early was hoping for a jump ball there, but don't think he had too much of the ball. Caden Pete at the line. Misses the first one, so he looks towards the second shot to try to add to the 17-point lead for Jefferson. 33-16, 4:26 remaining here in the third quarter. And can't get the second one to go either. And out of bounds off of Jefferson, so it will be Urbana basketball. Hillsman gets it inbounds to Kari Trice. Trice leading the Tigers in scoring. He's got 8. Three-point shot, nothing but air there from Jaden Anindo. And easy bucket on the other end for David Dixon. Dixon's got 4 here in the third. It's a 19-point lead now for Jefferson, as they are proving to be too much to handle for the Urbana Tigers. Trice cuts the defense, but just not quite enough on that layup attempt. Rebound goes to Kellen Davis. Davis driving in, misses it, fighting for that rebound is Dakari Trice. Dakari Trice now in the Urbana Tigers on the offensive side of things with 3:30 remaining here in the third. Tigers trying to chip away at this 19-point lead now for Jefferson. Dakari passes that one into traffic. Jefferson trying to intercept it, but knock it out of bounds, and it will be Urbana basketball on the sideline, and Kyrie Hillsman set to inbound this one for the Tigers. Trice feeds it off to Early. Early splits the defenders and then gets hammered going into the lane. So Nolan Early will head to the line. Nolan knocks down the first one. And hits the second one as well. So Nolan has 5 points and the Tigers up to 18. Tigers with some stifling defense there, and they force a travel from Trevin Hall. Timeout called with 2:47 left here in the third quarter, and Jefferson up 35-18. Kyrie Hillsman will inbound this one to Trice. Dakari Trice bringing this one down for the Tigers. He is Urbana's leading scorer right now with 8. Trice kicks it out to Early. Early over to Hillsman now. Hillsman back to Trice up top. Picks it there, and a foul is called. So that'll be a moving screen. On Urbana. And Jefferson basketball with Kellen Davis out front. Davis kicks it over to the far side, number 11. And they find the open man in David Dixon. Dixon back out to 11. He drives in. Good ball movement there. Not able to get it to go. Grabs his own rebound and gets the putback. He's got 4 on the evening. And the lead back up to 19 for Jefferson. It's a 37-18 ball game. High arching three, no good for the Tigers. Nolan Early chasing that one down. Ultimately getting it back to Trice. Trice kicks it out. 3-point attempt, no good for the Tigers. And Kellen with an outlet pass. That one got to Jabari Brown, and he was looking for a nice feed underneath, but a little bit ahead of his teammate there on that pass, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be Urbana basketball here with 1:30 remaining. Well, if you're just now tuning in, you really missed a back and forth 7th grade boys basketball team between these two schools. The Tigers ultimately victorious with a 55-52 victory earlier tonight. And of course, this 8th grade game has been all Jefferson for the most part. Hillsman driving in the lane. Can't get it to go, but an offensive rebound there from Dakari Trice. And Trice throws it back in, gets the bucket and the foul. So Trice headed to the free throw line to get 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He's up in double digits. He's got 10 of the Tigers' 20. The other two scorers on the Tigers team, Kyrie Hillsman's got 5, Nolan Early's got 5. Trice is off the mark on the free throw attempt. And Jefferson back in possession of the basketball. They're up by 17, 37-20. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow points to Urbana. Just under a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Trice to Hillsman. Hillsman off the mark on that three. Nothing but air, and goes soaring out of bounds, and it will be Jefferson basketball. Cam Larson with the ball for Jefferson. Kicks it back over to the near side, the far side. They're kicking it around the horn here, trying to find the man underneath. Trice breaks that one up, but Jefferson regains possession here. Get it back out to Larson, and he finds the big man down low. That's Trevin Hall. Hall's off the mark. Offensive rebound for Josiah, and Josiah gets the bucket. Trying to get that inbounds to Kyrie Hillsman, but breaking it up was Josh, and good pass there, but not able to get the buzzer beater at the end of the third are the Jaguars. So Jefferson leads at the end of 3, 39-20. We'll be headed to the fourth quarter here at Urbana Middle School. Jefferson has just been pounding the Tigers on the glass, especially the offensive glass. I don't know how many second chance and points that the Jaguars have tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the difference in this game, if not more. as they lead by 19. It's a 39-20 ball game as we get started with the fourth quarter. It'll be Jaguar basketball. Javi Johnson had him trapped, picked up his dribble, but found a teammate. And Jefferson battling underneath for another offensive rebound. They get it somehow, can't get it to go, and there's the Tigers. Trice pulls that one down. Takari Trice moving up the floor at a good pace here for the Tigers. He's going to try to take it all the way. Cannot get it to go, and Hillsman with a nice steal. Gets it back out to Fonville. Fonville finds Javi Johnson. Javi back to Fonville. Fonville for three, off the mark. Loose ball goes back to Fonville. And a foul is called. Javi Johnson gets it back over to Trayvon Fonville. In the corner, the Tigers. Too much on that one. Kyrie tries to intercept that pass and commits the foul as he jumps into Josh from Jefferson. So it will be Jefferson basketball here, and Kyrie picks up the foul. Dante with the ball now for the Jaguars. And a whistle called there. Foul on the Tigers. I think that one's against Trice. No, they called on Javi Johnson. So Johnson picks up the foul, and another inbound pass here from the sidelines. Oh, they find the man underneath. That's Trevin Hall tossing that one in for his first points of the game. It's a 41-20 advantage now for Jefferson. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the game. Kyrie Hillsman got the rebound, but loses it there. Another offensive rebound. And they get the putback. So there's those second chance points that I mentioned earlier. Josiah getting in on the action. Takari Trice dribbling down for the Tigers, feeds it to Hillsman at the foul line. Hillsman goes around the defender and gets the bucket. Kyrie Hillsman with the lay-in. He's got 7 on the night. Urbana's second leading scorer, as first goes to Takari Trice with 10. Hillsman's got 7. Shot is up and no good. Trice with the rebound for the Tigers. Javi Johnson wants that ball on the outside, but Trice takes it all the way. Trice with the floater. And trims the lead back down to 19. It's a 43-24 advantage for Jefferson with 3:42 remaining in this one. Gonna see some subs coming in. For the Tigers, Hunt is in. He's gonna give Trice a rest. They waved that one off. That got the bench of the Jaguars excited. Foul was committed, but on the floor. So it will be a out-of-bounds play here. Everyone was lined up for the free throw. They thought that was an and-one opportunity. Not the case, though. Josh's going to inbound it for the Jaguars. See if he can get an inbounds. He does, and a foul committed on that one. Jake Miller tried to go up with it, and Hunt fouls him right away. So Miller headed to the line. He's still searching for his first points of the evening. Trying to add to this 19-point lead here. It's a 43-24 advantage for Jefferson. And that one off the back iron. And gets the bank, and the teammates are happy about that one. So Jake Miller on the board with a point. Answering right back from downtown, number 3 for the Tigers, Trayvon Fonville is on the board with 3. 44-26 now, the advantage for Jefferson with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in this game. Good passing there, not able to come up with the bucket is Josh, but a rebound in the hands of Josiah. Josiah kicks it back out to Josh. Josh back to Josiah. Josiah lines up a 3, no good. Jake fights for that offensive rebound, and he is fouled going up. So Miller is headed back to the foul line. And timeout is called. So with 2:58 remaining in this game, timeout called. 18-point lead here for Jefferson, 44-26. It's the final game here at Urbana Middle School this season, the shortened schedule due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But certainly this season, just we're all happy that it was able to happen. Student athletes get a chance to play. And hopefully develop their skills a little bit, get ready for next year, whether that means these 8th graders moving on to the high school level, or earlier tonight, the 7th graders honing their skills. That 7th grade game was something else on both sides of the ball. That ended in a 55-52 Urbana victory, but it came down to the wire. This one, not so much the case. Jefferson has had a commanding lead the whole game. They shot out 13-0 early on and haven't looked back. They find themselves up by 18 now, 44-26. 2:58 remaining. Jake Miller with his second shot, and it is good. He goes 1 for 1 again on the trip to the free throw line. He's got 2 points on the evening. It's a 45-26 lead now for Jefferson. Turnover committed there by Jackson. There's Jefferson driving in and feeding it to Jabari Brown. Jabari Brown with a bucket there to increase the lead to 21. Foul is called there, and that one's going against Dante. So we're going to see some subs coming in here for the Tigers. Nolan Early back in the game, as is Dakari Price, Kyrie Hillsman. And it looks like the Tigers have 6 players on the court here. No one has said anything. I've counted a couple times here, so they get a player off there. No, they've still got 6. The Tigers are playing 6-on-5 here. No one has said anything. I don't know how long this will go on. So 6 players remain on the floor here for Urbana. I haven't seen this before, at least not something that comes on this long. We'll see if this is advantageous to the Tigers. High arching shot there. Nothing going. Rebound to Jefferson. I can't be the only one that sees this, right? No. Urbana has got 6 players on the court. Oh, well, it's late in the game, I suppose. Let the kids play. And timeout called there. So we'll see if they sort things out here during this timeout. And we're going to have subs come in. And a round of applause here for Jefferson as the coach says, hey, get up. So Jefferson's going to get a big road win to cap off their season here. It's 47-26, a minute 15 remaining. Corner shot there. You think they would have sorted things out in that timeout, but they didn't. 6 players remain for the Tigers. Maybe they're just trying to get everyone minutes. And a big shot there for Josh, and the bench explodes. 50-26 now. Fighting for that rebound is Josh, and foul is called, but going to be a 1-on-1 situation here. See if we can get all the people on the floor for the Tigers right now. Kelsey Jackson's out there. Javi Johnson. Hunt is out there. Fonville's out there. Nolan Early out there. And the 6th player on the court, Jaden Anindo. Second shot here, no good. Fonville gets the rebound, advances it up court to number 1. That's Kelsey Jackson. Throws up the shot, no good, and rebound goes to Josh. Josh kicks it out to Cam Larson. And airballs that attempt. So final 25 seconds of the game as Jefferson leads 51-26. And Urbana loses that one. They kick it inside to Josh. Josh underneath the hoop and lays it in. He's got 5 on the night. Here's Jackson. He will dribble it out. Not sure if he knows. Yep, he does. Final shot of the game. No good for the Tigers. Jefferson wins. So 53-26, the final of this one, as the Jefferson Jaguars win in 8th grade basketball. So earlier tonight we saw 7th grade boys basketball. The Tigers won that one 55-52. Jefferson wins the 8th grade 53-26. Thanks so much for tuning in, not only tonight but all season long here on Urbana Public Television and the Tigers Media Network. It was our pleasure to bring it to you. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks. Next month, it's girls basketball for Urbana, and we'll have that coverage as well, streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/UPTV6. For everyone here at Urbana Middle School, I'm Jason Liggett. Thanks so much for watching on the Tigers Media Network.